Breaking news now. A Watertown neighborhood filled with squad cars this morning.
Several agencies remain on scene. A chase ended in deadly crash overnight, and Bridget Shanahan has been there this morning and talking with law enforcement. What do we know now, Bridget?
Vincent, Susan, 2 people dead, 3 of them injured. All of them were in that suspect vehicle that crashed into a tree just up the street. I spoke with a neighbor a couple of minutes ago. He didn't want to go on camera, but he did tell me that he heard this all happen, estimated they must have been going at least 100 miles an hour, pointed out some skid marks that are new in the road here. I'm on Concord Avenue and Richard Street. Not going to be picked up too well by the camera, but if you're standing out here, you can see them this morning. That's where the car ended up, into the tree. This neighbor tells me he got here even before emergency vehicles got here. Look at that mangled mess. It's hard to tell what kind of car that even was. Jefferson County Sheriff is telling us that there were 5 people inside of that car. As I mentioned, 2 people dead, 3 of them taken to the hospital with injuries. That sheriff's deputy that was pursuing that vehicle was not hurt. We talked with the deputy chief from the Jefferson County Sheriff's deputy earlier about where this chase all got started.
The crash was a result of a pursuit that took place outside of the city of Watertown. At this time, there are 2 fatalities that are part of this accident.
And the sheriff's deputy not telling us why they were pursuing this vehicle in the first place, but as you can see, there's some activity going on down by that car. It looks like the tow truck has just arrived here, taking that off into evidence. We're still waiting to learn more details about who was inside that car and how exactly this all happened, but it does sound like those cars were traveling pretty fast, at least according to neighbors who were woken up by that chase this morning. Live in Watertown, Bridget Shanahan, today's TMJ4.
And Bridget, that neighbor you spoke with who estimated 100 miles an hour, did he believe that the squad car was also traveling that fast?
You know, he wasn't sure. He said he just heard the activity out here on the road, and so it was so loud it brought him out of his house. Then he heard the crash, and that's when he went up the street and saw what he saw. He says he was there even before emergency responders. He said when he was there, it was just himself and that deputy that was pursuing this vehicle. The sheriff's office telling us there was only one sheriff's deputy vehicle following this car at the time, and again, we don't know why they were following them in the first place. But it is a very residential area. Tons of houses around here. I'm very fortunate that this ended up into a tree and not into a home.
Yeah. All right, Bridget Shanahan live for us. Thanks very much, Bridget. More breaking